Black Ops 7 has just dropped its official day one update, and it includes absolutely game-breaking things, in my personal opinion. Here's a little bit of a sneak peek at what we're going to be watching. So we got the day one patch note highlights, new weapon tuning, which will go a lot more in depth when we get further down. We got some map adjustments they're going to go over, score streak tuning updates, weapon XP earn rate details. I think you guys are really going to like that one. Multiplayer and zombies gameplay updates, and then finally bug fixes, gameplay improvements, and more. So this is the longest dev talk they have dropped. I skimmed through it a little bit, and this is definitely worth staying tuned for. About 12 hours from now, I will be live streaming the campaign of Black Ops 7, so make sure you guys subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you don't miss out on that live stream and my videos I have planned for the next coming days. With all that being said, man, let's go ahead and see what they got going on in this dev talk.
Hey everyone, Matt Schrantz, design director at Treyarch here.
Hi, I'm Yale Miller, the senior director of production, and we're here today for our final dev talk before the worldwide launch of Black Ops 7. First off, just a huge thank you to the community.
Real quick, if you just missed it there, the final dev talk before the release of the game. So I'm not dropping any more of these from now until the game drops.
Game with multiplayer, zombies, the epic campaign. There's so much to talk about, and the team is ridiculously proud of this game. Right now, we're going to talk a bunch about the changes that are coming for day one, and some teases about some stuff that is coming post-launch.
So the team has been very hard at work taking in all of the data coming out of the beta. The goal is really the most balanced meta for day one in multiplayer. We've got a ton of changes. There's been a huge pass across all attachments and weapons. Attachments specifically, we're doing a big balance pass because you can kind of index more on damage range, bullet velocity, movement speeds. So we're trying to find that right balance kind of at a baseline, because you can index more and kind of stack more of those attributes compared to Black Ops 6. Additionally, SMGs have also had a big adjustment kind of coming out of the beta. Obviously, we had a small amount of weapons in the beta, but taking a look at that data and applying that across the board, we want to make sure that SMGs kind of live in their perfect window at their desired range, while also giving weapons like assault rifles and marksman rifles the kind of breathing room that they need to have. Another big change for us coming out of
Okay, well, I'm going to assume that they nerfed the SMGs because that Dravik, good gravy. The range those SMGs had were insane, and he said they're going to kind of, you know, bring him to their window, which is close range, so we'll look a little bit more in depth when we get there.
That we're excited about is the complete rework of our shotgun damage tuning. So before, we were kind of relying just on pellet damage, and that was
don't really remember the shotguns in this game.
Now we have two sources of damage for shotguns, both baseline damage value and then the pellets, and then we've increased the cap on that pellet damage. And what that's going to do is give the team a much more granular ability to tune those shotguns, and for the players like yourself, that will result in a more consistent shotgun damage output.
So obviously that's a ton of info. Better. How are our fans going to get all the details, though?
So I would direct everyone to the full patch notes for all of the nitty-gritty details.
Okay, so we'll take a in-depth look at those patches. I do have them pulled up, and they go a lot more in-depth on what exactly the weapon tuning was.
Another fun one is we've made a huge pass on our weapon XP earn rates.
Huge.
So if you're comparing to Black Ops 6, you will max level a weapon about 25% faster than you did last year.
Okay, cool. So to sum it up, basically the weapons from Black Ops 7 will level up 25% quicker than they did in BO6. I literally put it as great as he possibly could there. That's good.
With overload,
so it's greatly increased because the BO7,
of course, we've taken a look at every single spawn point on every single map to ensure the best possible spawns on day one launch of multiplayer. Coming out of the beta, everybody had a lot of feedback on doors. We said this before, but the team has also went through every map again.
Dude, those doors would not stop opening and closing. They were so annoying.
To make sure that we can remove as many doors as possible where it makes sense. And then, of course, we've been making lighting passes to ensure that signature Black Ops vibrancy for the launch of Black Ops 7.
Yep.
So 20v20 skirmish.
Yeah, so the team has been hard at work on making a ton of updates to Skirmish 20v20. We're very excited for everyone to get their hands on it on day one. So some more exciting details.
All right, that does not sound good. So they haven't talked about that 20v20 skirmish mode once. This is their first time talking about it in these dev talks, and they said, yeah, we can't wait for people to try it. I'm low-key excited. I like the 20v20 modes, but he didn't really say too much there on that.
For our brand new 6v6 overload, and of course, the new third mode for CDL and competitive. We've gotten a lot of feedback coming out of the beta, and of course, our time with the pro players and the CDL. Coming in Season 1, we've now got the ability to force a pistol when you pick up the objective overload device, and then we've reworked our overtime mechanic to allow for some more exciting plays. So this one will, if you are down by 1 and you are holding the objective when the round ends, we're actually going to give you a little bit more time to try to push that objective forward and capture, at which point it will go to that fun sudden death overtime. Those are the big changes coming for Season 1 and Overload.
Cool for Overload.
The team's been hard at work across all game modes, including Overload, on some more tuning changes. So we've got some fun changes for perks, the first of which, we've increased the minimap visibility radius for the perk Vigilance. Our brand new perks, Blast Link and Charge Link.
Nice. Okay, so basically forward intel is sort of part of Vigilance, so the map's going to be zoomed out a little bit more. Nice.
Have increased score assist radius.
That's awesome.
We've increased the elimination assist event score for Tactician Specialty. And then don't forget about all of the changes that we made based off of your feedback coming out of the beta for perk distribution and some of those combos to make for chunkier perks. So for equipment, we're actually reducing how long your HUD is scrambled when you get hit by an EMP grenade. For
Those
the
were
needle drone
so OP,
lethal,
dude.
we're increasing the range at which you'll see the HUD warning, just so you're a bit more aware of when those bad guys are coming your way. We're making a big pass across all field upgrades on their charge and earn rates, so you can get those a bit more consistently. For score streaks, one that I'm personally excited about.
Yeah, that active camo I know took people quite a bit to get. I never ran it because of how slow it was, but now I'll have to check it out.
Drastically improved the messaging when you earn those. I'll speak for myself. I earn a lot of score streaks, so I want to make sure that I don't miss those notifications. And then we've made a big pass across hits to kill for all score streaks to make sure that everything's kind of in a really well-balanced state there. And another really exciting one is we've made a pass for all of our overclocks across lethals, tacticals, field upgrades, and score streaks. So you're going to be earning those overclocks a little bit more quickly and more consistently.
Yeah, that was one of my biggest complaints in the beta, was those overclocks were taking forever to earn. So it's good to hear that those are going to be a little bit quicker.
We're very excited about the next level Omni movement with the addition of wall jump. The team's been hard at work, some of which we've talked about, the improvements on the consistency and the fluidity for mantles coming out of the beta. And then, of course, we're continuing to take a look at our slide tuning, just making sure we're in a really good spot to where you don't feel forced to have to use that in an engagement. And like always, we will continue to work with you on our movement tuning in post-launch.
The team's obviously been pushing on visuals, audio, just overall fidelity of our animations, visibility. So much work has been going in, and we're really excited for everyone to get to see all 18 of our multiplayer maps. Before we jump to zombies, I want to make sure the fans also know that with Endgame, we're going to have additional content coming to Season 1.
I made a video on the Endgame just a couple of days ago. If you guys don't know what Endgame is, essentially when you make it to the end of the Black Ops 7 campaign, you unlock a completely brand new mode with the Avalon map where you can kind of discover brand new things. And right here,
more coming on that soon.
There's more coming on that mode. So it will be updated. Then the next bit is some zombies. I watched it. It's nothing too crazy. The main takeaway from the zombies, curse isn't there until someone beats the Easter egg for the first time. But other than that, let's check out some of these patch notes because there's a lot of stuff they did not talk about there. And the first one is ginormous, aim assist. So this is incredibly important. So following the Black Ops 7 beta, we discussed our plans to adjust aim assist, and today we are sharing the changes that will be coming to multiplayer at launch. These changes will also go live in Warzone with Season 1, so it's also going to be there. When looking at engagement between similar skilled controller and keyboard and mouse players, we found that the controller is slightly favored to win at close ranges. The keyboard and mouse is favored at long ranges. And then here is the update. In Black Ops 6, we updated rotational aim assist strength at close range to scale over a short distance. In Black Ops 7, we are increasing the range before full rotational aim assist strength is achieved. In addition, we have slightly increased rotational aim assist strength at very long ranges. So I'm going to assume this last line right here is going to be way more important in Warzone. So here's how it's going to work now. A new right stick aiming requirement has also been added to the rotational aim assist. Previously, full rotational aim assist strength was achieved regardless of aiming direction or which stick was being controlled. With this update, the player's right stick must be tracking an enemy target for rotational aim assist to activate at full strength. If the conditions are not met, rotational aim assist strength will be reduced. For example, if only the left stick is being controlled during an engagement, rotational aim assist strength will be reduced. So in BO6, honestly, you didn't even need to touch the right stick at all. With this brand new update, you actually need to have your right stick pointing at the enemy in order for you to get that full rotational aim assist. Massive W. This is how it should be. So I am so glad. Everyone was basically aimbotting. It was unreal. This was in that dev talk we just watched. Thankfully, weapon XP rates have been increased. This is obviously super important for people trying to earn those prestige camos on your weapons, camo grinding. You get it. Increased daily bonus XP reward from 3,000 to 5,000. So that's going to be nice. Here, he was talking about earlier where you're going to earn 25% faster, which is just going to be really, really good. And then here's a lot more of an in-depth look at all the different weapon changes. So I'm just going to quickly skim over it. M15 mod is getting a mid damage. This will make it more difficult to achieve a 4-shot kill with headshots beyond close range. So it's a little bit of a nerf. It was very, very strong in those medium ranges. We have the MXR, just a bunch of different changes to the attachments here. This thing was an absolute unit. I'm surprised it didn't get like a proper nerf. Peacekeeper was kind of rough. I'm not going to lie. Was not a big fan of it. Damage range improvement reduced from 30 to 28. I don't know why they did that. Improvement reduced from 15 to 14. Yeah, I don't know. The range on this Peacekeeper was egregious. It was really, really bad. So I don't know why they did that. SMGs. We've pulled back the range on SMGs across the board and moved some of it back into barrel attachments. So if you want to get that crazy range, you're going to have to throw those barrels on. Good. Again, the Raiden, yo, this was a sleeper. This is my most used weapon in the beta. A sleeper. It's so good. They caught on. They nerfed the damages on that. Same with the Razor. This thing was kind of mid. I don't know why they did that with this. And of course, the Dravik. I mean, they're saying how broken it was. And of course, they're going to nerf it to the absolute ground because this was literally an assault rifle in the SMG category. It was kind of ridiculous. Shotguns, again, I don't remember too much if these were like broken or OP, but the minimum damage range up close, they're going to be a little bit stronger here, which is honestly, it's good because they do need to get one-shot, one kills for the camos, but I just don't remember them being super broken. I have no clue, but same goes for that Echo as well. Medium minimum damage range just buffed up. After scrolling through the rest of the patch notes, it was basically things they already went over in the dev talk. Nothing too crazy, but we're going to end it off on this note here. We're excited to jump in with everyone at launch. From all of us here at Treyarch and Raven Software, thanks for your support from Black Ops 6 to 7 and beyond. We'll see you online in co-op campaign, multiplayer, and zombies this week. Good luck. Have fun. Again, your boy will be live in the next couple of hours, completing the campaign. I'm going to be world's first. You're talking to him right here, right? Do me a solid if you guys are excited for BO7. Click that thumbs up button before you guys head out. Let me know what you guys' thoughts and opinions on this day 1 update, and I'll see you next one. You guys all stay safe. Have a great day, and I'm out. Doses.